Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Hello again, loyal viewers. Anonymous here, back with another chapter review of The Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom by Kaneda Yousuke. Today we'll be recapping and discussing Chapter 8, where we continue with the Gemini twins arc. Time to read Period 8, The Magic That I Admire. One thing to remember with Kanada, he was very he's very fond of quick arcs and storylines in the past works like Boarding School Juliet. The slowdown of the story doesn't really come in Boarding School Juliet until it became a weekly manga. Based on how fast this arc is moving, I imagine we're really gonna see arcs drag on past this chapter, or maybe next, even if there is a massive fight or two. This isn't like Naruto where we see 10 chapters of characters jumping through trees with little happenings in each individual issue, like it's the second stage of the Chunin exam. No, I expect things to move a little bit faster than that. But anyways, back to the issue. The chapter begins with who admires what magic, and again we're focused here on Pollux, one of the Gemini twins, who admires Claude's magic as he's up in the sky in the middle of the top frame, shooting some sort of lightning bolts. As a young girl, Pollux is mesmerized by the sight. We then move back to the present where Spica and Io are still stuck in the goop left by the giant bug that Pollux one-shot with her light magic last chapter. Spica is in awe of her power and her twin switching magic. Pollux is surprised by that, but she claims she's always loved being close to Castor. Io, on the other hand, continues to be an idiot. as she and she It's lucky that her magic makes her super strong, as there's another bug trying to eat her. Her skin is tough, so she thinks that someone put a blindfold on her or something, not realizing the danger she's in. Unfortunately, Spica and Pollux don't or do realize that. It turns out the one bug that Pollux pounded had friends. From the looks of it, a lot of them. Even Claude, who doesn't know where they are and is far away, stumbled upon to one. Here we see the girls all use their individual magic uh, to, to destroy the bugs, and it's a pretty impressive fight panel. From a giant fist coming to smash the giant bug, which is Io's magic, to a sniper-esque boom headshot beam of light from the Gemini magic of Pollux, to the roots ripping apart the bug via Virgo magic from Spica. It's a very cool little one pager which shows them each with their individual abilities. Even with a few of them down, though, the girls do quickly get tired. There's still over a dozen left, if more. Ick. Pollux gets ambushed again as the other girls get tired, except it was a clone. She's able to again one-shot this bug. We get a flashback again here after Claude left her when the heretics had attacked. She made a promise that day not to rely on others, only on Castor, and to protect them herself. Castor, who again, remember from last chapter, shares the same body as her, says she's insane right now, that she needs to run and get help. Her mana is quickly dropping, and if she can't protect both her and if she can't protect herself, her and her friends will get killed. She tells them to shove it, and she will protect him. But he is right, as she is almost drained of mana. Her mana is eating so fast that the clothes she created last chapter actually disappear. Because remember, they were made out of light, so they were powered by her magic. The bugs see that. They see that she's weak, and they attempt to press their advantage. When just in the nick of time, Claude appears to save the day. With a badass "sorry I'm late," he kills that attacking bug. There's a touching moment here between Claude and Pollux, as Claude reclothes her in his robe and says, "No, I will protect you, all of you this time, and I'm not disappearing." Doesn't matter. He says these bugs are no joke via data dump, and the packs of them are called walking forests and can murder whole villages before anyone can come help. They're extremely dangerous. Well, for most people. The good news is Claude isn't most people. Not for Mr. Badass Prodigy Claude. So here he uses the same magic that Pollux saw in the first page when she was younger, that made her admire him, rain of arrows, and she still thinks it's very pretty. And again, here we have the flashback at the bottom. Once that magic done, the uh, the bugs are defeated and the girls are saved. Uh, so things are calmed down, but Claude is on a very brief time limit as he's about to transform back into a cat for the rest of the day. Because again, remember when his magic runs out, he goes back to cat form, and Spica can only turn him human once a day. So he spends his last few moments apologizing for his behavior in his past and to the Gemini twins and promises nothing like that will ever happen again. Then, before he listens to his reply, poof, he disappears like a badass. But what they don't know is he actually just turns to the black cat that sits on Spica's shoulder there. Well, Pollux thinks he's still a little full of it, but maybe not as full of it as she thought in the past. She promises she will go to class, at least her and her brother, and she asks Spica, who she knows has a close relationship with him, to tell him that. And that so ends the Gemini twins arc, but now without some more foreshadowing. Those bugs were way too strong to be that close to the school, and Claude makes that point here at the top part of this page. And it turns out they weren't there naturally. Three evil-looking people sent them to scout, and they all look like they're part of the heretics or allies with it. But they're not after Claude. They're after our heroine, Spica Virgo, and her rebirth magic. I think this is a pretty fantastic cliffhanger to uh, end this chapter with, and I'm guessing the end of the second or third volume as we get our first taste of the villains of the story. Not to keep comparing this to Boarding School Juliet, but the villains of that story, much like the Shakespearean play it was based on, were the families and politics that were pulling the main couple apart. Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom seems to have a much more physical villain presence, and as seen by these three nut jobs, we get the crazy-looking Joker one here that seems to be eating the bug, uh, the evil monk one in the back right, with his almost priest-like robes, and then the wannabe rocker. I'm over this shit. In the back left, all three have a pentagon on them, which is probably something worth noting. I don't know what'll happen next, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. And either way, I'll see you in a few days when we read and discuss Chapter 9. If you like this video, please hit the like button below, or subscribe, or drop me a comment what you've enjoyed so far in the series. See you in a couple days. Thanks.